long year of being stuck in Beijing due to COVID-19, but I'm finally out. I'm on my first trip of the year and I'm very excited because I'm here in Qinghai Province. My first stop is a city called Yushu. It's the fourth largest city in Qinghai Province, and it's not really that well known, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't come here. Actually, the fact that it's not really a tourist hub is one of the things that I like the most about it. The city itself sits in the base of a valley with these huge mountains in every direction, which gives Yushu quite a mystical look. Even though it's a rural location, all the buildings are almost brand new, and that's because back in 2010 there was a huge earthquake that hit the area and destroyed almost the entire city. Since then, neighbouring counties and provinces invested to rebuild Yushu. There's only really one place in the whole city that indicates that anything ever happened here, and that's where we're starting today. The Earthquake Memorial Museum is the only building to be kept as it was found after the earthquake hit in 2010. It serves as a reminder of how far the city has come, but also as a poignant memorial for all those that sadly lost their lives. Back in town, it's hard to imagine that the earthquake ever even happened. Jigo Monastery, which sits above the city, is still a very important part of daily life here. We're going to try and climb up, but because we're about 4,000 meters above sea level, I'm still adjusting to the altitude, so bear with me as I huff and puff my way up here. Buddhism is a major part of life in Yushu. No one else is around, so on my walk up it's just me and a group of monks playing basketball. I've made it to the top, and what an absolute reward. This is just the most amazing view. It's so peaceful up here. I mean, I'm not religious, but you definitely can see why people hold the spirituality in places like this. It's got some sort of magic to it for sure. Okay, I've seen the beautiful views. Now it's time to go and explore the city centre. I'm quite excited. The walk down is much easier than the walk up. Ni hao.
这个买了吧？
这是什么？
这是腰带。
喂，哦，哇，很漂亮。
哦，这看看就看。
I know it's not very original or very local, but there's a coffee shop here. It's meant to be the best coffee shop in Yushu, and it's kind of special because it's where all the monks come to hang out and have a bite to eat.
为什么来这个地方吃东西？
因为这个地方好吃的。
你喜欢吃哪些东西？
披萨或者什么的。
那
我喜欢吃素的。
Along the river there is the street. I guess it's one of the more touristy areas of Yushu. You really get a 360 view of the mountains from here. I've been told that down by the river is the best place to come in the evening in Yushu. Because the city's been rebuilt quite recently, they've managed to put in some quite funky light displays. As evening falls, the monks head back to the monastery, so the city becomes almost deserted. Yushu becomes even more calm at night, which is very different from the cities I've come to know across China. Well, I've only had one day in Yushu, and sadly that day is almost coming to an end. Tomorrow I'm heading off into the countryside, so I need to go and get some sleep. But I would tell anyone to come to Yushu once. It's peaceful, the surrounding mountains are beautiful. You'll see a completely different side of China. I'm a bit sad to be leaving, but I'll definitely be back. Now the day's almost over, I'm going to go back to my hotel and snack on some dried yak.